I'm Louise Carden, and I'm here to talk to you about who exactly is my ideal client. Now, I work with all types of people, from children right the way up to elderly people, but my ideal client tends to be a woman who's aged between, say, 45 and 70 and is living a really busy life, and she feels frazzled and exhausted every day and can't see a way out of this cycle of looking after people, going to work and trying to keep up with everything at home. Back in the 70s, women like me, were led to believe that we could have it all. We could have high-flying careers, we could have a family, we could have a fantastic marriage, and everything would be absolutely wonderful. And for some people it was, but I think for the vast majority of women, struggling with a career and children has always been really difficult. Unless you have really good support from grandparents, or you're able to afford nannies and au pairs, it's really difficult to run a career and a family. And of course these days women tend to have children later, and that can mean that you end up still having children at home when your parents become perhaps elderly and infirm, and you find yourself looking after elderly parents and young children at the same time. And again, while you may still be trying to run a full-time career. Now, this for a lot of people can set up a stress response. There are people who actually relish in this kind of thing, and stress affects different people in different ways. But for many women, they do find themselves getting more and more tired, getting more and more exhausted, and not being able to see a way out of the way of life that they've got themselves into. I recently did a webinar called Have You Lost Your Emotional Equilibrium? And I think a lot of us feel that we're really torn between family and career. We really feel that we ought to be doing certain things. We feel guilty when we don't get to the children's school play. We feel guilty when we miss a meeting at work. And really everything is pushed on us. And this leads to more and more stress. And of course eventually, if we're living under this stress regime for a long time, it starts to play havoc with our physical health. For most people, eventually, if it goes on for long enough, stress will lead to physical problems. You all know how you get headaches when you feel tired or under pressure. Some people may have digestive problems, things like IBS, or just really not feeling 100%. So what I can do is I have a whole range of tools that I can help people with this kind of issue, and this ranges from coming on a workshop with me, doing a course with me, or actually seeing me for a consultation and a course of treatment. What's best for you depends on the individual. So if you'd like to find out more about what I can do to help you cope with the stresses and strains of your life, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel here. You do that by just clicking on the button, which I think is up above. I've got quite a few videos up on my channel already on various topics. You can go across to my website, www.louisecarden.com, and there you will find quite a lot of information about what I do and how I work. There's also a little sign-up box. If you pop your name and email address in there, I will send you my top 10 tranquility tips. They're quite useful, things that you can put into use in your everyday life, and I'll also send you regular newsletters, updates, tips, and things that might help you. You can also find me on Facebook at Tranquility Now or Keston Natural Health Practice, but I'll pop all the links in the box below so that you can find me easily.